Good evening and welcome to evening 5. So I'll go straight into it. Fitbit stats. Yesterday I burnt 2,205 calories according to my Fitbit. The lowest my heart rate went to in the night is same as usual, 49. My resting heart rate has also stayed at the same place, 57. My sleep was 8 hours and 18. I actually got some good sleep in. I managed to get to bed early and I was knocked out. I did wake up a few times in the night. It's still hot, but having that extra time in bed to account for all the times I woke up really made a difference, as you can tell. In terms of glucose and ketones, I am today in the highest state of ketosis that you can get. In other words, my GKI had gone below 1. The only time it rises back above 1 is when I do a lot of exercise. For example, I've just commuted home and it's a 17-minute walk uphill plus train ride and all that kind of stuff. And my ketones and glucose, so my glucose measured at 4 and my ketones were at 3.3, giving me a GKI of 1.2. However, in my video yesterday, I read results that my glucose was also 4 and my ketones were at 2.4. When I tested again later, my glucose, like half an hour later, after sitting down, my glucose had dropped to 3.7 and my ketones had risen to 3.1 in just that half hour. So I suspect that after, because I've literally just come through the door, about to do this video, take a shower and go to bed. So I suspect that within half an hour, the same thing, I will drop back down below GKI of 1. And how do I know that? Because I tested myself during the day, and also this morning when I woke up, my glucose was at 3.2 and my ketones were at 4.3, giving me a GKI of 0.7. So, and also I did another reading during the day that also gave me a reading below 1. So that's all good news, day 5, and I've hit it. And I have to admit, today was the easiest day of the fast. I went to work. I didn't cycle in the morning, and actually when I got to work I kind of felt like, oh, I wish I had cycled, because I felt like my muscles were stiff and like I hadn't properly woken up. But there wasn't enough time in the morning to go for a cycle and come back and rest and recover past that slump. So cycling was not an option today. But I felt really focused and alert, and I was reading my book. And normally the last time I fasted, like, you hit moments most of the time where you struggle to concentrate for long periods of time, or you struggle to read anything like a research paper or anything like that and actually absorb the information. Whereas today I was reading like research papers and reading an intense book. I was actually reading The Nickel Boys, and that, yeah, I like that book, but yeah, it gets you. And so yeah, I had a really great focus, really great energy. I keep forgetting that I'm fasting. Like, I'll just walk to the station and I'll be like, oh yeah, I feel good. I feel like I haven't eaten, and then I'll be like, oh no, wait, you're fasting. Like, what? Day 5, no food, and you forget you're fasting? But it's happened to me 3 times today where I'll be like, oh, I'm not really that hungry. Oh, wait, no, you're fasting. You're not eating. I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot about food. I did actually end up thinking about food a few times today, which I don't like. I try to just distract myself because I don't want to be thinking about food on day 5, not when it's going this well. I don't want to be eating anytime soon. Like, this fast is going great. Okay, one thing about fasting is that how do you know you are heavily in ketosis? You get stinky pee, like especially in the morning when you go. Like, your pee kind of stinks because it's all the acids. Being in ketosis is acidic. So it's all of that acid just flushing out of your kidneys and all the excess junk that your body's not recycling and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good sign. It just means that your body's just getting rid of a lot of junk. And it smells like pee. It's usually got a dark color to it, even though you're hydrated. Like in the morning or something after a night, it'll be like a darker color. During the day, for me, it's less. It's more clear when I'm drinking plenty of water. But anyway, not too many more details. How am I doing in terms of bowel movements. Last time I fasted, I had more bowel movements. Like I'd still have bowel movements during the day, and it will go on. Like it turned into like just this little bit of sludge. But now I've noticed that I've got hardly any bowel movements, and when I do have them, there's like a little bit of sludge or whatever. And I suspect it's because of all the psyllium husk that I was eating that I mentioned. It seems that it actually really cleared out my bowels a lot. Then now that I'm fasting, it's like nothing's coming up. Like even when I did my 15-day fast, I still had bowel movements every single day, whereas now there's really not so much, very little. So MCT oil, I had 9 grams today, but I didn't have any supplements. I just didn't feel like having them. I've just had 1 gram of calcium powder, which is like nowhere near my RDA of what I need for the day. But with calcium, there is a study that suggests that when you are fasting, you don't have such great calcium loss. It's not definitive, but there is a suggestion. And also one of the things about your body is that you don't have to have your RDA of calcium every single day. From what I've read, from what I understand, I'm not a doctor, but your body goes through periods where if you don't have enough calcium, then you release some, and then when you have more calcium than you need, then your body stores it back up. So there's this constant buffer going on. So I'm only fasting for a couple of days, 5 days so far. So nothing dramatic. If I were to do this longer fast for like 40 days or something, maybe then I'd, think about it, but not for now. Okay, what else do I have to say? At the moment, I've just poured myself 9 grams of soy sauce and a little bit of ice cold water because it's a hot day. That's what it looks like. I've not had a sip, so it's really not a lot. I'm just going to be sipping on that. Or downing it a little bit quickly as I jump into the shower and go to bed and have a short night because I'm back at work tomorrow. I don't think I will go cycling tomorrow merely because of time and not because I don't want to. It does take me longer to get ready in the morning. Waking up, stretching the muscles, singing, getting going, it is taking longer. And it is also hot as well. I can't wait for this heat wave to end. I'm not gonna lie. I love heat waves, but not when you have to work and do all this stuff, and not when there isn't adequate aircon to cover you in sufficient moments during the day. With COVID and everything, everybody's too damn scared to turn on the aircon. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's like freaking 28 degrees. Rant over. Fun fact of the day. A flock of flamingos is called a flamboyance. See you in my next video. Stay safe.